Hi everyone, and welcome to Week 6. We'll continue our investigations into Microsoft Publisher, and we'll take a deeper dive into our portfolio project. In class this week, we'll have a number of lectures about working with graphic objects, enhancing a publication, and improving design. And in discussion, we'll review different design tactics. And we'll finish the week with a couple of activities, one around creating shipping labels, and the other one another installment of our portfolio project to create a tri-fold brochure. And the theme holding all of these different activities together is really the publication process itself. So let's take a closer look at that. The publication process has a number of different steps. The process begins by gathering information. And you've already done that for our installment of the portfolio project this week. We'll be using all that information that you generated in the first weeks of the class. The next step is to design some preliminary concepts. You'll use all the skills and techniques that we've learned in the first weeks of this class in order to meet requirements. Now, in terms of the activities here in this classroom, your requirements are really in the instructions of each of those activities. But in the real world, you'll have to define your own requirements. Requirements for your message, what it is that you want to convey. Requirements for the audience, and understanding how it is they're going to receive that information. And before we release our design, well, we want to get some feedback. Here in class, that's feedback from either myself or your classmates. But in the real world, you'll want to pick someone who is representative of your audience to give you some valuable feedback so that you can improve your design. And that's the next step, improving or revising your design. And this repeats, getting feedback and revising the design until finally you're satisfied with the product that you're developing. This leads us to the step of delivering your work. And as we learned in class, there's many ways of doing this. Either with PowerPoint or tools like Prezi, we have different opportunities of how we distribute our work to our final audience. Let's turn our attention to the Week 6 portfolio project installment, and that's creating a tri-fold brochure. Now, using Publisher, you're going to create a tri-fold brochure that includes information from within your PowerPoint that you developed in the first weeks of the class. This is to act as a leave behind for when you're interviewing or meeting with potential employers. Now the instructions go on to say your tri-fold brochure that includes, and there we have that set of requirements. What I did was I opened up a template in Publisher, and let's walk through that. There on the cover, well, you want to include your name, your picture, and your contact information. On the back of that tri-fold brochure, well, let's repeat that and include information like your name and how they can contact you. On the right-hand cover side, include any other pertinent information from your presentation. Please be creative yet professional for this page. Moving on to the second page of the template, where we'll find the right inside cover, well, here you'd like to include your computer skills, and please include graphics. On the middle panel, you'd like to include your work history. Now, you may have to work with your text in order to make it fit this smaller format. And finally, on the left-hand inside cover, include your education history. When we look at the rubric for this installment, we see that above expectations means that the brochure includes comprehensive information, that it's done in a professional format, and that I'm looking for additional formatting and content based on all of the skills and techniques that we've learned throughout this course. So we've got a busy and fun week ahead of us. We'll have a number of lectures. We have a fantastic discussion topic this week, and a couple of activities all centered around the publication process. And as always, if you have any questions, please reach out to me either through email or any one of the discussion forums, and I'll get right back to you. Thank you all.